Okay, good evening, everybody. DJ Styles here at Custom Corpses. I'm going to make this a short one tonight. Hold on, let me see where we're at. Gotta make sure I'm within frame. I'm working on the eyebrows. You know what? I need to bring this up a little bit. I want it almost flush with the. Now I have to also go onto my, come on, chair. Let me go on Facebook or YouTube. I don't need that. Yeah, I do need that picture. What am I thinking? I'm using that picture to get the outer eyelid. Actually, I'm going to download. I got a better idea. First, let me go to YouTube. Come on. Okay. All right. Take all vision. All right, we're here. We're gonna do these eyebrows and get them out of the way tonight. I've got the. Hold on. Let me see. I want that. I gotta upload. I can't upload your picture. I forgot to upload the picture. So we're working on the eyebrows. We're gonna get these eyebrows nailed. Okay. Get my chair. I've got to fix these eyebrows, make them perfect, especially this side here. This side, the left side. You're looking at this is the left side to me. It's the right side if you're wearing the mask. If you're wearing this thing, but it's the left side when you're looking at it. And I always go by what you're looking at. So I got to bring this up further. Come on, get out of there. By quite a bit, to tell you the truth. To make them a little thicker. The eye cuts, the eyebrows, I mean. God damn it, I just gouged that friggin' eye cut. I don't even have nails and I still gouged it. That's alright, I can fix that. How far back is that? That's about right, almost. Just gotta get the pitch out of it. Worried about the distance between the outer edge of the cut, of the eye cut, to the lid, the eyebrow itself. Why does that look like it's crooked? I just dug into that thing. That's all right. I'm covering that anyway because it's not thick enough, the eyebrow. But I'm going to be adding to the top portion of this, not the bottom. The shaping part of it's easy. Getting the positions right, that's the hard part. Getting the position right. But as thick as I'm going to go with that. Now, I'm going to push this down. See all these little imperfections? Can I do this without? I don't want to keep putting marks into the head. This gets very pointy. I'm not going to be on here long tonight at all, guys, because I am really. Yeah, I don't have them on the computer though. I forgot to upload them. I should have uploaded them before I went on here. Sorry, I can see this picture fine. That's the screen used mask that's up there, right there, sitting on the desk of at a convention with Christopher Nelson. Let's try and get this. a lot better. That's a lot better. The other side's got to come up quite a bit too, and a little shorter. I just kind of remember what I was looking at on that last picture. Yeah, it looks a lot nicer. That looks a lot nicer. Yeah. A little bit wider, but not much wider. It's actually almost the same size. Hold on, what you saying there, Takeoff? You know what, you're right, I can go to Facebook. What am I thinking? Uh-huh. Yeah, let's do that real quick because I really want to get this shape right. This eye cut is not exactly right. This one here I have on the money now. This one here is really on the money. I have the right distance between here and here. And this could go up a little bit higher. A little bit higher, not much higher, but a little tiny bit higher. I mean, the way I look at it is I'm looking down on that mask that's up there on that screen. And if I'm looking down on that mask and I'm looking straight across at this and this still doesn't look high enough, then that means this has to come up quite a bit more. Put a little crumbs. I put my nail right into the damn eye cut. The smaller one, where the hell did you go? There it is. I still got quite a bit of work to do on the nose too. Yo, Pipe Master. What are we looking at? What are we thinking right now? No, I still got to smooth it out. Stuff. Oh, how convenient. That's pretty much that eye. Okay. Looking damn good, I think. Yeah, I was talking to Takeoff Vision. Was it Takeoff Vision? It was Takeoff Vision, yeah. We had to raise these eyebrows a touch. And so did you. Pipe Master said the same thing. But he also suggested this had to be shorter, this eye cut, this eyebrow, and had to bend right in this area. I don't have the picture right in front of me. But I'm going to go on Facebook real quick and see if I can look at that. On the picture he sent was really clear. You can really see the actually I can't because I'm watching YouTube. I'm monitoring what you guys are saying. I can't read your text if I'm actually on Facebook. Kind of sucks, you know. So I still got a lot of work to do in the nose area here. Like you can't see this, but there's a lot of imperfections in here. It's all lumpy and stuff. I got a lot of work to do on the back of the head. Still haven't decided on the exact distance. I'm thinking this is 28 inches right now, the diameter of the head from this region all the way around, like that. All right. I might go a half inch bigger on the back of the head, half inch bigger, to give me 28 and a half. And that'll produce two different size masks. That'll give me a 26 and a half inch mask for somebody with a really large head, and it'll give me a 24 and a half inch mask. I have I measured this, if I can get it. This was my Tots Trick or Treat Studios 2018 mask, right? This is a 24 inch mask. Well, the 24 is so tight on me, and I'm not gonna, and I do want a smaller mask for myself. And I found out a secret, which is not a secret, but a really cool thing that somebody shared in how to fill the inside of the mask with padding to wear it. And it does two things. It makes the mask fit perfectly, and the other thing it does is it absorbs all the sweat. If you're sweating, it absorbs all the sweat for you, and you won't have to worry about sweating in your mask. And you can like cut the padding and stick it on the inside of the mask wherever you want it. And it's temporary. It's not something you put in there forever. It's better this way. If you don't, because then you can take the padding out. It sticks. It's an adhesive that goes on. It's what do you call it? No, it's not it's not maxi pads for like periods, but it's actually the pad is a bladder pad. That's what it's called, a bladder pad for people who have weak bladders. And it's got the sticky part, and you stick it up against there, and if you wherever the mask has to be filled out on your face, you can do it with one of those pads. And the nice thing about it is, say if it's up top and you need your eyes to line up, and it's a little bit, say the mask is too big for you, you can fill it all in and make it look perfect on you using those pads. And the bonus is, it'll also keep you from sweating. You will not sweat. So I think that's an awesome thing. I saw it in a video where a guy was like, if you have problems with a mask that's way too big, you can get rid of that problem simply by using those bladder pads. Bladder, as in you're peeing your pants too much. All right. Yeah, I'm going to keep working at this. I'm not doing too much now. And I was saying this to Takeoff Vision. I think today I was getting like just really tired of working on it, and I'll get my moods where I'm like, you know what, I don't want to do this today. I don't feel like doing with it. And when you're not in the mood to sculpt, you have to be able to focus, because you're looking at all these different points. You're looking at every little tiny thing. You're making sure that when this is right, this has got to be right. And when you get in the mood where you're not in the mood to do this, you lose all focus. And when you're out of focus, you cannot sculpt accurately. You're just not, I can't do it if I'm not in the mood. I have to be in the mood for this. And today I was definitely not in the mood, and I was getting really fucking pissed off, but not so much at anybody, and not at you, Takeoff Vision. I was pissed off at myself because I knew that I needed to walk away. I knew that I needed to walk away. I don't get mad. I'm not that kind of personality. I get kind of like, I look at the situation and I go, okay, what's the matter with you today? What's the matter with you today? I know what's the matter. Plain and simple. You don't want to do this. You're not in the mood to do this today. So, and that's why you'll see a lot of artists, they'll disappear for a month. Disappear for 2 weeks. I don't like to disappear for a month, because you guys are, everybody just forget it. You lose all your people. But I like to take a 2, 3, 4 day break, maybe sometimes a week, before I'm back in the mood to do this. But now, what's driving me is I'm so close. I'm so close to the finish line with this. I've got the ears to do. I've got to fix underneath the ear. This is not right here. You see how like that's dented in? I don't want to do this without the picture. I want the picture in plain sight. I want the picture there. I got to bump this out just a little bit more here. I got to create that. You've got the bump here, right, on the lip, but underneath here, you've got this dent, and then a crib. And I got to get this right underneath the here. This has got little 2 check marks that go in there. That's not there yet. And I don't like the way, like, this side looks good. This side, it has this dent here, and it tapers off in the wrong direction. There's like this little, you see how the shadow is? It rounded there, and then it goes out. It's got to be straight. It's got to be straight across, and it's got to, this has got to bump out just a little bit further. So that area has to be done. Focusing on the eye cuts. You know what? I don't like. All right, I'm gonna point this out to you guys. This now looks too round at the top. Too rounded right up here. Look at the difference between this side and this side. And if you look at the sculpture, It does not look round on the top of this eye cut. I have to bring this down just a touch. I can't leave that like that. That's driving me nuts. Now I did bring this up higher and brought that where it needs to be, but now this is too high. And the problem is, how do you get the thickness? Oh, I know what I do. Hold on. What don't I? Wait a minute. Let me think this through. Let me look at that eye cut. How thick is that there? Yeah, no, I'm right. Okay. What it is, I've got the taper. This cut is tapering off too slowly. It's got to stay thicker right up in here a little longer. Okay, let's do this. Let's fix this. And we're going to sneak into it. But I got to be careful because if I go too high here, it's going to be way too high. It's not going to look right on this. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I got to be careful because. Hold on. Let me do this. I need to look at this more dead on. See, my eye line is right here. That's where my eyes are when I'm sitting here looking at this. So I'm looking kind of downward. I need this tilted back so I can see how this looks straight on. Yeah, it's too high. That's too high. This is too high. Or this isn't high enough. Damn it. Now this is right. The under part of the eye cuts are good. This is all good right in here. All this is real good. It's the upper that I'm getting a little ticked about. All right, so this needs to be thicker. So we know this, right? So let's do this. Instead of fucking with that side. Got to achieve, got to go after the same results. But how do we do it? I will go to Facebook, Take Off Vision, but I can't while I'm reading your text because it opens up a separate page. I am going to go to that Facebook before I finish these eye cuts. I'm going to get it close. And then when I get off of here, I'll go to Facebook and I'll open up that and I'll do the final touches. I'll make sure everything's just right. But I want to get close to it. I want to be very close to where it needs to be, first of all. I want it real close. We have the position right. That's the main thing. Now we just got to make sure that we have the eyebrows, not one too high and the other one's too low. Now what I'm doing now is I'm going to bring this one up just a little bit because it needs to be thicker anyway. And that'll probably fix my issue. With the look of this. Now I need to taper that off real subtle. The hardest part is getting the position right. The thickness and the actual the exact look of the eye cut, of the eyebrow, I mean, is not the hard part. The hard part is the position. Once the position's in the right place, then everything else is going to be easy to do. I mean, I just have to make sure that the thickness is right here, the taper's in the right direction. This side's the right. This is right. This was what was throwing me off, this side. And you can see what I'm doing here. And it's kind of fixing the problem. Kind of fixing the problem. I can't see. I need more shadowing in here to be able to see what the hell I'm doing. All right. Trying to give it some definition right now so you can see the eyebrow a little better. Alright, but now we're just going to add a little naphtha touch, just a tiny drop on the end of that sponge. Look a little better, guys. Does that look better? All right, Master, I agree with you. I'm at that point. But I have to get the ears done. I got to put the hole in the neck. The hole is roughly about right here, right underneath the ear. I have to double check it. I want to make sure that position's right. I got to do the ears. I still got a lot of scribing to do on the head. I got to make sure I want to do the right head depth, right. I think we're on the money, man. I do. I think this son of a bitch is on the money. I think we're there. We really are. Now, I will take off vision because you did give me a really cool picture that really showed me some the definition. It's actually the screen used mask. This might be a little too thick. This might be a little too thick, this one here. Or this one's not thick enough. All right, you guys tell me. Does this need to be thicker, or does this need to be a little thinner? They're both definitely different sizes. One's thicker than the other. This is thicker than this side. But I need to know. Let me try to turn it in the right direction so it's at the camera directly at you. This still feels a little too long, too. I feel a little too long here. Now that I shortened up this side looks way too long. I still got the little ridge that I dug out here. tell you right now, that's definitely thicker, and I'll show you, I'll prove it to you. Oh, wait a minute, I even have a better caliper than this. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Here's my real good caliper. Yep, it's off by like about a 1/16 of an inch. Yeah, the thickness is good here, but over in here it starts to get too thin. I think it's a little too thin in here. All right, so if you look at, yeah, I'm trying to show it to you so you guys can see the difference in thickness here. You can see that's the thickness of that right there. What's that say? It says, all right, wait a minute, hold on, I'm trying to remember how to read this damn thing. It's been a while since I read it. Oh, you know what? I know how to do it right now. So it's at that mark. I'm going to shut it to 0 and bring it back to the exact spot. All right, watch what I do here. I'm going to close this thing, right? And this is neat. I can't remember how to read this dial. It's been a while since I used it. But if I roll this, watch the hands, and I'll get it to exact where it was. Right there, just a touch less. Not quite there, wait a minute. A little bit more, right there. That'll be right on the money. Yep. And this side is definitely not wide enough. You see the difference? It's like a 1/16 of an inch wider. It has to be up top here. But what I'm thinking about doing is instead of, I have to do it there, and I am going to cut this back some. I think I'm going to cut that. Hold on. Let's do this. This is just a rough cut. I just got to get the clay off of there without destroying the eye cut. Once I get the bulk of it off, then I'll smooth it out. I'll reshape this pitch. That's way too sharp and pointy, I know, but I'm just trying to get to the end of the eye cut. piece of clay. Yeah, that looks a lot better, being shorter like that. And what I'm doing is I'm adding a little bit of thickness in here, just a touch. To give me that extra thickness, because this is definitely wider. I'm adding just a small thin worm of clay right here to give me that extra thickness that I need. We're getting there. We are getting there. All right, I think I got the thickness right now. That's going to be on the money, I can tell you that right now. I can tell you that right now just by the look of it, but I have to make sure that I get this squared up. Really? Okay, back to this tool here. All right, little naphtha, just a touch. Now, a little later on, I'm going to go to your Facebook and use that picture that you have. But I'm so close on that right now, it's not funny. Yes, that's really close. What do you guys think? A little better? This was too narrow. It was definitely too narrow. The caliper didn't lie, and I can guarantee you that caliper's on the money now. Right on it. Dead on it. How's that for an eye? Dead on it. You don't have a caliper. This is the one you need. Oh shit, that's right. I was reading this wrong. Can't remember. I think this had something to do with pressure. Alright. This is where you read your dial. Down here. It's been a while since I was looking at it. Like this is this. Down the bottom is inches, and the top is millimeters. So when that's opened up to roughly, where was that position? One more time. Oh, you know what? Yes, that was actually .62 millimeters. That's how wide that was. Well, actually, I'm wrong. Yeah, no. All right, 62 on the bottom, so that's actually one. Three sixteenths, or it's 7 millimeters. That's how wide that is. 7 millimeters. It's been a while since I had to read this. Can't remember how to use it. Yeah, your reading's up top. I'm sorry, right here. Reading's right up on top here. Tells you what your, how big it is. I was reading down here and I'm like 60. There's no freaking way. 60. 60 is like this. 60 is like that. You know what I mean? I was like, where the hell's the reading? Where do I read this? It's like it's 7 millimeters. And that's right on the money. 7 millimeters. 7 millimeters. This don't lie. I got a nice little case for it. Put that bad boy away. Put it back on my shelf for another day. Ears, mouth, back of the head, and I have to re-sculpt my logo back into the back of the head because I buried it because I had to make sure that the back of the head was just too flat. Wasn't right. Didn't look right. I mean, you guys look at the shape of the head now. Look at that, man. It's right on the money. It has the height here, and then it slopes back. That's exactly how William Shatner's head is shaped. It's not square all the way across and then drops off. That's how it was, and that was what was driving me crazy, guys. It was the shape of the head was driving me nuts. It just did not look right. And as soon as I changed that and fixed this back of the head, brought this head out, all this started to look right. You know, and I still got a lot of work to do on the neck. And I got the hole to put. I got to fix I got to put the ears on. I got to smooth all this out. Once I make up my mind to the depth, I think I'm going to add another ½ inch to this I definitely want a 4.5 inch mask. I don't, or 24.5 inch mask. Nothing, nothing less than that. Might even go 24 3/4. That'll be the smallest mask. It'll be. I'm thinking 20. I'm thinking 24.5 would be fine, because this is too tight. Although, let me try it. Let me put it on. It's been a long time since I even put this thing on. I lost a lot of weight. So if you got a skinny head, let's see what happens when you got a skinnier head. Now, this thing is really snug on my face. Really, really tight. Like it's pushing out all the details. And my jaw is opening up the mouth area. So to me, this is way too small. This has to be at least 24.5 for me to be comfortable. 25 is actually perfect for me. Although, and the thing is, you see how close my eyes are to the front of this mask? You don't want that. You want your eyes sunk back into the mask a little bit so they can't see your eyes. So, this is a TOTS 24-inch mask, and I measured it so I know it's 24, and it's too small for me. And I've heard a lot of complaints. You can see it on online, where people complained that the mask was way too small. So it's not just about me or just a handful of people. It's a lot of people. And the bottom line is, I want to make sure that I produce a mask that everybody can wear. I can't make a mask bigger, all right, but you can put pads inside this thing to make it fit you perfectly, all right. If I make the mask way too small, for a lot of people, they're not going to want the mask. I know it may not fit you perfectly, but there's a lot of people that won't even be able to wear it because it's too small. So, my intention is definitely to put something out there that everybody will fit. Most people, but then they'll have a 2-size mask. They'll have the bigger option. They'll have the bigger mask is going to be at least 20. I'm going to say 26.5 inches. It'll be 26.5 inches. That's a big mask. But that's the mask my brother needs. My brother Keith. He needs that size mask because he's a big boy. He's 6'6", and there ain't nothing small on him, so he's huge. Shit, I'm 5'9", 5'10", something like that. I think I'm 5'10". I don't know. I might have shrunk. I'm getting old. Yeah, see, this mask is tearing and everything else. I think what I'm going to do, I saw a method where you can take these masks and soak them in water. Look at that! I just teared a hole right in that latex. It's all rotten out. And it's not because of the foam head underneath of it, because I got plastic over top of it. So, anyway. Yeah, that's tight on me. I'm not going to make a mask for everybody else and it don't fit me good. You think that's going to work for me? Not at all. Anyway. So that is the positioning of the eyebrows and eye cuts. And I think we got ourselves a really, really nice Kills mask is 24.5. I measured it at, yeah, you're right, no, it was 24.5. The ends mask is 25. I have one right here and I can show you. And the Trick or Treats 78 mask is 25. And look how, I'll show you the difference. I'll put these two on. And look how nice they fit me. I have This is the ends mask. Yes, it's actually a little loose on me, but not real loose. But it's comfortable, and it's loose enough. Let me get in frame. It's loose enough. Now, see, my eyes are sunk back into the. You can't see my eyes real well. All right. Now I can't see myself on camera. I'm looking into the lens here. But it's got some looseness to it. But I like the little bit of looseness. I don't want to be sweating, so I don't want it so tight where I'm being smothered. This is a 25-inch mask. 24.5 would probably be perfect for me. But that's also because I lost a ton of weight. Look how much smaller my face is compared to what it was last year in October. I've lost a lot of weight. I'm very narrow in my face now. And I've lost all this underneath here. I don't have a lot of that anymore. That's starting to dissipate. But that's a 25-inch mask. It's bigger than the Kills. The Kills is a 24.5, and that actually fits me nice. Matter of fact, let me go get the Kills mask. I got the. That's out. But I'll tell you right now that 2018 is too small for me. So I'm definitely not making it a 24-inch mask. It's definitely going to be 24.5, possibly 24.75. I think I'm going to go with the half. And once I make my decision up with that, I'm pretty much sold on 24.5 because you know what? Once I put that Kills mask on, I'm going to bring it back here, put the Kills mask on, and if that fits perfect for me, that's going to be the size. Then it will be 24.5 will be the size of my small mask. And like I said, you can take those pads that are, bladder pads, and you can stick them onto the surface inside your mask anywhere it feels too loose on you. So you can put that, in the mask anywhere it feels too loose, and just put the mask on there. And the nice thing about having the pads in there, they're not the pens. No, the pens are like diapers. Come on, the bladder pads. They're pads. They're probably like this big, square. They're like that big. They're like that big, and you can just, you take the tape off of it, and it's sticky on the one surface, and you just stick it on there on the inside. And it was really cool when I saw the guy doing that. I was like, wow, you know what? That would be perfect. Just tell people to go get those pads, and you buy them by the box. So there's quite a few pads in there, and anytime you're going to wear your mask, put the pad in there wherever it feels the loosest on you. If you're trying to make your eyes come forward in the mask, you just put pads back here on the back of the head. If you want your eyes to sink back further on the mask, put the pads on the inside of your mouth, in the top of the forehead, right up in here, to push the mask back on the back of the mask, or push your head back to the back of the mask. This way your eyes are sunk back into the mask further. But it's snug, and what's nice about that is you won't have to worry about sweating and getting your mask all ruined, because sweat ruins latex. Definitely ruins the latex. So, with that being said, let's go get that Kills mask and see just how that fits me, because that is 24.5 inch diameter. Hold on, let me just go get it. It's out in the living room. I'll be right back. Okay, now this is painted kind of crazy. You guys are going to laugh at this. This is the Kills mask, and I painted it to look like when he was standing on the porch in the fire. So it's called the Fire Mask. And Nick Mulfagano was the one that actually... The thing is, I was actually thinking about doing the same thing. It's just that he beat me to the punch with it. He really did. But his version of it, I liked. Outside of the hair. Let me get the chair where it needs to be, so you guys can see me. All right, I got a Kills mask. This is the Kills. All right. Jesus, I got a lot of talcum powder in there. Yeah, this is nice. This is snug, but it's not too tight. This is the Kills Fire Mask, and I put artificial hair on this. This has, when I burnt the hair, it melts. I put the artificial hair, it's got like a plastic hair. It was tough to hair this, but when I did it, I put so it melts. All the hair melted on the one side. Now, the reason why I say this is back when this mask came out, nobody really knew what this was going to really look like. So, just kind of did it by eye. And that's the hair job and paint job. I put black hair underneath and then put the orange hair over top. And then I used ink to darken it with some like darker reds in there. And I put the darker red right on the edge of the hair. It looks like bloodier right on the edge. Now this is all powder. It's all over me right now. But I always keep powder inside my masks. Keeps them from ruining them. The latex doesn't wear out. And being how this turned out, now I definitely make sure I put talcum powder on the inside. So, this is the Fire Mask, and this is the 20, now I know I have to make my mask 28 and a half inches. That does fit nice. It's still a little snug. It could be a little looser. I might go 20, I might go 3/4. I might go 3/4. The pads will definitely do the job for you if you guys are worrying about sizing the mask for yourselves. So, I'm going to show you the back of the head. Fire mask. A little powdery, but you can see the water. See the wet streaks coming down off of this, like he was in that firefight, and the firemen were shooting water all over the place. So, but this is to replicate this where he was standing on the porch in the flames, where you can see him standing on the porch. Pretty cool concept. But now I gotta get a hold of another Kills mask and make an actual Kills, regular Kills version, and overhaul it. But here's what I think I'm going to do. When I get done with this guy right here, this Flashback mask, I'm going to turn that into the 2018. I'm also going to turn it into the Kills. So this will give you a really good replica of the... and there's some sculpting changes that I have to make, but not many. Like in here, in the eye, you can't see them. All right, let me put this out of my hands first. Oh, I knocked my light over. Jesus. Really? One hell of a lot of powder. I feel like Let me put my glasses on so I can read your comments. Oh, nobody's on. Nobody's saying anything. No, I think we're there. We are on the money when it comes to. Why does that look like the whole face is tilted? Is that my camera? Wait a minute, that might be my. That's so weird. I think that's actually my. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. Duh. The camera stand. The camera stand's crooked. Trying to fix the camera stand. Keeps cutting off the top of the head. There we go. Much better. It looked like the whole damn thing was slanted. The camera wasn't level. Now it is. All right, guys, I'm going to say goodnight. I think I'm going to work on this, trying to get those eyebrows exact to what the actual screen used mask is. They're very, very, very close, but they're not perfect, and I want to get them perfect. The position is dead on now. The position is right where it needs to be. Now it's just a matter of shaping the eyebrows into the perfect shape. You know, so that's what I have to do. Yeah, I'm still not sold on the left eyebrow. Looks like it's not going up high enough. Still, that might be an illusion though. That might be because of the taper off on the eye cut. That's exactly what that is. Hold on, I see the shadow. There we go. Yeah, now I can see it better. Yeah, that looks fine now. You gotta remember, when this thing's painted white, the mask, it'll be awesome. But I can make an ends and a kills mask based off of this sculpture, and I'm also going to do the same thing to my Night Creeper. I'm going to make a ends and kills version of my Night Creeper, and I'm also going to do a concept mask. And I have a really cool idea for that. I haven't, I don't know if it's an original idea. I don't know if anybody's done it yet, but I'm going to do it. And let's just say I'm going to use a resin shell copy of this skull. There's going to be a resin shell copy of this skull, just the face. It's going to be underneath of the Michael Myers mask, and then some of the mask is going to be torn away, and it's going to reveal the skull. Now we already know that Michael has lost this eye in his mask, so that's going to be the side that I'm going to expose. This side's going to still have the eye cut. This side's going to have some of the eye cut, but then mostly skull showing through. And probably going to have some torn away areas where the teeth are going to be showing through. But this is an actual side. This is an actual human skull that I still haven't resin. I haven't made a silicone master yet. As soon as I make that, I'm going to clay this up and then make silicone masters. And we're going to have some. We're going to have a really cool concept mask when I'm done. And it's going to be a mask. So once I have the silicone skull made, then what I have to do is increase the size just by a little bit. All right, and I'm only going to use the face part of the skull. It's not going to be the whole thing. And I'm just going to use the face part of it, increase the size, and kind of put it into the mask. It's going to be hard to explain, but I can sculpt another Michael into that clay, because that's going to be a clay sculpture too. When I make the silicone copy of the skull, I'll be able to pour it up in clay and then manipulate the head into a Michael Myers mask. And that should be pretty cool. And how I'm doing it is, remember, my Night Creeper is a hollow casting. All right? Same thing. This is going to be a hollow casting. Once I get this in silicone, I'll be able to cut out the areas where I want on the mask and put the clay pieces of skull behind it. And it's going to be wild. That's going to be a neat thing when I finally do it. I think that'll be a really cool concept. All right, I'm so far away from the camera now, so let me pull my chair up. I can't read what you wrote. I'm too far away from the screen. The left eyebrow, where it bows down, is still too low. You mean here? It's still too low in this area? I think so too. I'm still looking at it and I'm kind of like, Yeah, I have to get that right. I want that right, man. I know that this area now looks good. This all looks good in here, but I think this has to come up just a touch, right in this area, right in here. But now I think the length is good. Not too long. And this needs to be a little pointier right here. All right, hold on. We'll see, because when I look at that picture, then I'll know, because I'm actually going to use the caliper to get it accurate. There's not going to be any second guessing with that. The caliper's not going to lie. I'll make sure that the look is the exact same. I will break out my caliper. I want to make sure that these eyebrows are right. This, I'm not liking the way this looks like it's bent in, so I got to fix this area just a little bit. It looks too much of a bend right there. I'm going to straighten it out just a touch. Oh, but I'm kind of done. I'm done, man. I need to walk away from this for a few days. I need to walk away for a couple of days and get myself a little bit of a break. Because I'm burnt out and I've been working hard on this for days, weeks. And I'm getting there, but Yeah, I'll figure it out. I have to get the. I have, like I said, I'm going to break out the caliper when I go to move those eyebrows on the ends. It's on the outside. Uh, oh God! Like I said, I can't go on Facebook while I'm on here. I can't. I won't even see it. If I shrink this page and then just put Facebook on, I won't be able to see what you guys are texting. Can't open up, or can I open up two? I can open up two pages. No, I can't. No, it won't work that way. Won't work that way. It opens this up, and then all I can do is go switch. I can always switch the page. That's it. That's why some of the stuff I do off camera, because honestly, I'm never going to be able to get it. Um, I'm going to be able to get it just right without using pictures. No, not really, because the H40 doesn't come to a point here, doesn't give you that pointy edge, and it's very close to the eye cut here, the end of that eye cut, the end of that eye. That this side, yeah, it's got a better look. The bend is further up. I see what it is. The bend is further up into the eye cut. It's like short, and then there's the bend starts there, and it's like this, just this straight slant. There's like the slant right there. It's just following the contour of the bridge of the eyebrow, the bridge of the face. It's not. It's following that contour is all it's doing. You know, when I do this and I turn it into the 2018, I got to cut into these V's right here into the eye cuts. I got to cut into the cheek here. I got to make this cheek a little bit more prominent right in here. This here's got to dig out more. Then there's this area here that gets cut. This here gets cut in a little bit more. There's just so much more that has to be done to this to turn that into this. Yeah, that would be. I don't have this stuffed, so the face looks very narrow. But I'm not stuffing it because this thing's literally breaking apart. Oh, shoot, man, I'm tired. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off of here. And you guys have a good night, and I'll see you in a couple days. I need to take a couple days break. I'm going to walk away from sculpting for a few days, that's for sure. Definitely need a couple days away from sculpting. I got the pictures. I'll look at them and try to get those eyebrows perfect because I want them perfect. And then I will move on to the ears, chin, under the lip area, and smooth out the back of the head. I got to put my logo back into the head, and I'm pretty much ready for making a silicone master. I got to fix the nose area. The nose is still very rough and bumpy. So, doesn't look like it on camera, but it sure is. All right, Pipe Master, you have a good night, and I will see you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. If I decide to start messing with this thing over the next couple of days without being on camera, I'll keep sending you guys pictures. But I doubt it. I think I'm going to walk away for a few days just so I don't get frustrated and then not. The last thing I want to do is feel like I don't give a shit, and that's where I was at today. I just didn't feel like dealing with it. Didn't feel like messing with it. Didn't feel it. Didn't feel like doing it. I like to jump in on this when I really feel like sculpting. And today I had a lot of things on my mind, so nothing bad, but sure, takeoff vision. I'm gonna look at those pictures you sent of just the eyebrows, because you did send me a really nice set of eyebrows there that look good. They look, because you can really see the definition on them. A lot of these picture ones, I'm getting bad angles. I'm getting, I don't, like I can see one side and not the other side, and the straight on picture. It's not like the one I have that's high definition, the one I was using. It doesn't give you the real clarity on what the eyebrow looks like. It gives you the general shape, but not the actual eyebrow shape. So I have to look at that. I got to close that. I don't want my naphtha evaporating on me. That's what happens with naphtha, evaporates. So, but we're real close, Pipe Vision. We're real close, Takeoff Vision. And whoever else might have been on, I don't think anybody else came on. There's 4 people on, but nobody's talking. So, but we're really getting close here. I think we're getting close to the finish line with this. The generalized shape of the head and everything is perfect, I think. I think we're really close. The lips are nailed. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to kind of tackle that concept mask. That's going to be fun, because I already have a plan on how I'm going to make it. That's going to be cool. That's really going to be cool. Let me see the size difference here. Hold on. Now the chin's going to come in right at the right spot. Yeah, that's going to work. I'm not using the whole jawline, and even if I do, I might open up the jaw just a little bit so it makes it fit into that jawline. And then once I put that clay piece in behind the sculpture, in the hollow casting, I'll cut the area out where I'm gonna reveal the skull, and then bring this out as close to the first surface as I can, and then clay in the ripped areas of what's going to be revealed in the mask itself. I have to cut into the lip area a little bit. I definitely want to reveal the teeth. I want to reveal the teeth, but I think I'm going to stick to one side of the mask, the burnt side. This will all be burnt up in here, but this side here will be torn away, and there'll be nothing but bone underneath. No flesh. Michael has been dead for years. But that should be fun to do. That should be real fun to do. Oh yeah. I'll give you a call tomorrow, Pipe Master, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Take off vision. I am definitely going to jump off of here and say goodnight. Look into my eyes. Tell me, what do you see? I see Michael. Anyway.